Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today I will be interviewing a very interesting figure in the world of horror. His name is Michael St. Michaels. If you've never seen The Video Dead, see it. It is a very big gem of a movie. It came out in 1987. It's a movie that a lot of people don't know, but a lot of people do. It's very interesting. It was shot in the Bay Area in 1986, and it just went nowhere. But then it picked up a cult audience later on. And Michael plays the man who's the basis for the movie. He plays the character that it's centered around. And, so I'm going to be interviewing him in just a moment. I want to find out what he's all about. I found out that he was a hairdresser at one point in life, and so gonna find out about him and his very interesting acting career. So here is my interview with Michael St. Michaels.
Hello.
Hi, Michael.
Yes.
Yes, it's Tommy. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm great. Welcome to the show.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes, I appreciate you taking the time today.
My pleasure. I'm glad you're interested.
Of course, I just love all horror movies, and plus I'm from the Bay Area where The Video Dead was shot.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
So, did you know many of the people that were on it?
No, I didn't even know about the movie until 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we'll get into that in a bit though. But I wanted to go back to the beginning. I have found out in my research that you started out as a hairdresser.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And was that something you wanted to be as a kid?
Well, I got into it because there were a lot of women, and I got into it for the sex, really. I don't know. Then I realized after I saw shampoo that I wasn't really all that unique, and I got serious about the craft, and did rather well. But
Wow.
it was mainly for the women.
Wow, I like that honesty. Wow. And Shampoo is a good movie.
Yeah, actually it was. I know I guess as a promotion for the thing, they invited every hairdresser in town to come see it, so we did.
So you spent a lot of time working in New York during the 70s?
I spent a little bit of time there. Most of it I spent in California.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got into the music scene in California. One of my clients talked me into being a partner at a punk show.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a lot of fun. And we had a club called the Skeleton Club in San Diego in late 70s, early 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And that led to lots of music and still some friends that I have.
Mm-hmm.
I also took an interest in sailing, but being part of a punk club was cheaper and took up more time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I noticed when I
Wow. And when did you begin your interest in acting?
When I got to San Francisco, I found that somebody offered me a job as a PA on Return of the Black Stallion.
Oh.
This guy Danny Cadiv, who I knew from back in the day when I was a dirty hippie, and I did that. And I always said if I could find something that was either more fun or easier than doing hair, I would switch. Well, it definitely wasn't easier, but it was more fun.
Mm-hmm.
And because I did that, somebody asked me if I wanted to be in a play, and I did that. Fort Mason, we did a Bertolt Brecht play called The Visions of Simone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started getting movie parts here and there. And when I heard of the Video Dead, I didn't realize it had already been cast. I just called them up and said, I want to read for you, and got on my scooter, drove over there, and won the part, which I found out later had already been cast with another one of the people there that was in the thing, Laurie Ringette. I don't know if you are familiar with him. He's made a couple movies himself since then. Carl Solomon was also in that movie, and I just did a thing in the Dominican Republic for the Cartoon Network called Tropical Cocktails, and yes, pretty big part in that.
And did you do an episode of Different Strokes?
I'm not sure. At that point, I mean, I think I did, but at that point in my career, I was working every day, it seemed.
Mm-hmm.
And some days I was working more than one show a day. Most of what I did was be cops. I know I was on Hunter for 2.5 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked doing sitcoms. There was a thing called Open House.
Mm-hmm.
I did that for a couple seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Now I seem to be getting into voice work, which is wonderful. But so what can I tell you about the Video Dead?
Let's see. I've only known about it for 2 years, and I can't believe how great this movie is. It's so original and so witty. I think it's one of the few movies from that period I think should be remade. You know, I don't say that often. So basically, you went and you got the part and stuff. It was shot in the Bay Area, which is where I'm from, and Robert Scott wrote and directed. Whatever happened to him?
He's a first AD doing episodic here in LA. I don't know what the show is. I've tried to get a hold of him through the DGA, but he hasn't either. He didn't get it, or but I've never heard from him. And I wanted some clarification on the thing because it was a limited partnership, and when Avco Embassy went bankrupt,
Yeah.
It disappeared. until a few years later when MGM somehow got a hold of it, and I know it was on TV here in LA a couple of months ago. But as a limited partnership, I own part of that, technically. I thought I did. I was getting checks up until the distributor went bankrupt. I never signed anything releasing my interest in it. But I have not got the clout to go up against MGM.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just amazing because he made this first good movie and then just disappeared, and now he's just a crew member on the set.
I wouldn't say he's just a crew member. He's probably the most important person on the set.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the first AD, you run it. That's the only one with more clout than you would be the director.
Mm-hmm.
And being episodic, you actually know more than most of the directors because you are there either every episode or every other episode, depending on the type of show it is, because I don't even know what show it is. And so you are the one that's responsible for the continuity. You can't, if the director goes too off or something, they have a formula they have to work with. But yeah, he and his wife sacrificed a lot making that thing. I can't remember his name, the guy who had the cameras that we shot it on. He had a large part to do with it, and I know Robert himself spent every night in an editing suite for about a year
Mm-hmm.
before it happened, and then he got a lot of hassles about it because the original script, my character was the first 20 minutes of the movie, and then it became a whole different movie. But the distributor made them cut my part down quite a bit. There were a couple scenes I really regret not making it because they were pretty funny and they were also very hard to do. And they were shot, so, But, and then when MGM got it, it got hacked even, or on my parts, got hacked even more. And I was no longer in the head credits.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas before I was number 3, and now I'm somewhere lost in the bottom. Although since The Greasy Strangler came out, I noticed I moved up a little bit in the credits.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. This movie is quite a mystery, it seems.
It's amazing. When I got to Sundance with The Greasy Strangler, the first person I ran into said, "Aren't you the guy from the Video Dead?" And, and a few people here have seen it. I know it was really popular in the South because when I went to a Mad Monster convention in South Carolina, and they had Video Dead stuff to buy. I mean, they had posters, little signs, T-shirts. And apparently the stuff's selling or they wouldn't have it. Which made me feel good.
It's funny, I've been going to conventions last couple of years. I haven't seen any Video Dead merchandise, but I hope I run into some because it would be cool to get a T-shirt or something from that movie.
Well, it wouldn't be from the movie. It would be from the vendors.
Well, vendors,
And
yeah.
go to the Mad Monsters in North or South Carolina, because that's the only place I've seen it. I know I did 2 or 3 Mad Monster things, and that was the only place I saw it. And I was in shock, because that was the first time I'd ever done one of those go-round sign things.
Right.
And it was great.
Mm-hmm. Jennifer Murrow, who plays the girl in the TV who tries to warn Jeff, she passed away a few years ago, but is Rocky Duvall still around?
Nobody knows what happened to him.
Yeah.
And I know Joe Bob Briggs
Yeah.
was wondering about him too. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. I should have all that in front of me, but I don't. The woman who played, Rocky's sister, I understand she got married and is living in Malibu. That's a rumor.
Mm-hmm.
But Rocky apparently was a runaway from Texas.
Oh.
And I'm not even sure he was old enough to work when he did that movie.
Wow.
I mean, I didn't really know him because I didn't interact. My scenes were all pretty much with me and the guys delivering the TV and the zombies. And later I became a zombie because the guy who was the original Jack, the zombie, the first guy out of the TV,
Mm-hmm.
apparently he died.
Wow.
And since I was the right height and weight, although I had different color eyes and there were a few other things, I became him. And actually, I think my best work in that movie was, or what's left of it anyway, is me at the table when they're doing the chili. And I'm thinking about it now, I think I'm a zombie with too much personality or something, but I know I definitely creeped her out.
So you're the first zombie at TV in when the family has moved in?
Well, no, the original, the guy who died was the guy who came out of the TV first. I didn't do that scene. I did the dinner scene, the laundry room scene, the all down in the basement killing each other
Mm-hmm.
scene. I have a broken pair of glasses on my head. The guy who did the makeup, special effects makeup on that,
Yeah.
I can't remember his name right now either. I hear he was teaching a class at San Francisco State, but he was really good. I mean, I've had a lot of makeup since then because I've done some Star Treks as aliens. And what he worked with and how he did it and the speed was amazing.
Yeah. When did you notice that the movie was becoming a cult phenomenon?
Well, I didn't really understand it, when it came out. I was doing hair, and all of a sudden it did come out because they sent me a copy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working in this little hair place in a place called Limonite, which is out in Riverside County, and the video store next door had it,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was cool. I used to go into video stores, and I never rented it, but if I saw it there, I would pull it out and sign it, and just flip it back in there.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It was kind of fun,
I never heard of anybody doing that. That's cool.
Well, I didn't know what I was doing. I was still a hairdresser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted to ask. A couple of years after the video dead, you did Ninja Academy.
Yeah, I was number one. Have you seen that?
I saw it years ago. I can't even remember it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just that was a great job. I just sat in a chair petting a cat that wasn't there, and number one couldn't find the cat, so I killed him. And then number two went out, looked for the cat. He couldn't find him, so I killed him too. And I think I killed 3 or 4 people
Mm-hmm.
in my scene in that thing. I don't know, my favorite part of that movie was the topless volleyball game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where that came from, but
I've heard that Nico Mastorakis was quite a character.
I'm not even sure who he is.
The director.
The director?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I only saw him that one day that I was on the set, and I was only there for a couple hours.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And other than action, I didn't really get to talk to him.
I see.
I think I had more conversations with Kenneth Branagh on Dead Again. And that was another one that was weird because I ended up without a credit,
Mm-hmm.
and they eliminated my one line and had somebody outside the room say it. But yeah, I mean, I have not worked with him since then. Although I would. I mean, it was a nice job. I got to the set, got hair and makeup, and then they brought me a sandwich, and I went to work.
Nice.
Got a check, went home.
And then so you did Alex and Emma. Do you have any good Rob Reiner stories?
Just that I got that part, purely by accident. I was there as an extra,
Mm-hmm.
and during the rehearsal, I mumbled to the guy, and you don't hear it in there, take the cash, when he was up for his last, round after he pretty much cleaned us out. And, of course, he loses. And, but Rob Reiner was amazing. I mean, he just gave him a contract. And, I said, hey, we were just auditioning, or we were just rehearsing. I didn't mean to say anything. And he says, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the rap party, I spoke to him again. I've worked on a couple of his things. In fact, I was in a film with that his father directed once, Carl Reiner.
Mm-hmm.
I played a director in that. And I can't remember the name of it, but it was kind of funny being the director of the director.
Yeah.
And but I was in a couple Rob Reiner movies as an extra, and I guess he recognized me and was very gracious in giving me the part. The only thing wrong with that was they credited me as Michael Rappaport, and they sent the check to Michael St. Michael's.
Mm-hmm.
That took about 6 months to get that cleared up.
Oh. I haven't seen the Greasy Strangler yet, but I heard it's funny.
It did win Empire Magazine's award for the funniest movie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
People are just coming to me and offering me work.
That's good. That's really good.
Great. Because since Dave Fine, my original agent, I haven't had a decent agent.
Mm-hmm.
And I have Rebecca, who's a huge help to me. And
that's awesome. That's awesome. So, how long have you been doing conventions?
I've done 2 conventions, and there was a screening for Psycho Cinema in Winchester, Virginia. They flew me out and treated me like royalty for 4 or 5 days. And there was one screening that was packed. I was astounded. I've been to several film festivals with the film, and
You enjoy doing the conventions then?
I did. You know, the signing parts. You know, it's good to meet your fans, but I think it was Elijah told me that you know, it's great to meet your fans, but the money part's always ugly, and they're right there. I should just ignore that part if it ever happens again. But it hasn't, so I don't have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm. Are there any upcoming appearances or movies you want to plug?
Yeah, well, there's Tropical Cocktails. There's a one that I did in Florida called Fingers that's still in post. There's a couple shorts. One of them called Night School. Another one, Drive, I believe it's called. That may have come out. I don't know. Extremities just came out. I went to a premiere at the Chinese Theater in LA for that. I'm missing something. Oh, yeah, On the Couch, or maybe just The Couch. I don't know what they're changing the title to. I narrate that. And there's one called BFF Girls, which is a live-action cartoon type series, or, well, a pilot. And I'm the announcer on that. And that's still running around the festival circuit. I did a cartoon character for an evening with Beverly Lynn, which is another Jim Hoskins project, that I don't know if it made it in there or not because I never saw it. But the part I did in that would have been on a TV set in the room while a scene was going on. And that was kind of fun too.
Nice. Sounds like you're happy and you're working and doing what you love and all that.
I know, it's amazing because it's just so much fun when you actually get to work. So it's really ugly until you're actually doing it.
Yeah. Well, Michael, I thank you so much today, and I hope I meet you at a convention or screening in the future.
Well, if you're ever in LA, you got my number.
Absolutely. I'm planning on moving there next year.
Really? Great.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
What's the name of your show?
Splat from the Past.
I'll put it on my page.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Yep.
And have a great until we meet again.
Yeah. Have a great day, sir.
Stay greasy. Bye.
Bye. Well, there you have it. Michael St. Michaels. Ain't he a cool dude? Thank you so much, Michael. You're a very funny and interesting man, and I'm glad you're working and having fun. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, add me as a friend on Facebook, join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes.